Being a single mom and doing it all by yourself is brutal. Learn the brain and energy tools to get back to your center and overcome your challenges. Single mom and doing it all by yourself is brutal. Learn the brain and energy tools to get back to your center and overcome your challenges. Welcome to Single and Doing It All. This is your host, Muriel Felous, and today we are going to talk about exhaustion. And we are going to explore the energetic and the mental factors leading to exhaustion. But before I go there, I need to tell you all about the fact that this episode should have aired last week. I recorded it twice. The first time, I forgot to plug the mic, so the sound was too low. And the second time, I did everything I could do. I thought it was in the box and ready to go. I gave it to the person who does my edition and prepares my episode. And big surprise, we couldn't hear a thing. So I'm not immensely surprised because this is Mercury retrograde. So devices and technology is known to act crazy during those periods. I also know that when I recorded this episode, I was exhausted, which was the inspiration for the topic. So I guess the universe decided that I should not air the episode the way it was because maybe the vibration wasn't as high. And I'm sure if you had heard my voice then compared to my voice now, you would have felt that I wasn't at the top of my game. So that's the story of this episode. Now, exhaustion, feeling exhausted, depleted, completely tired, is quite common amongst single moms because we have to do everything alone. And as I said, there are many, many factors. One of the factors that we're not going to cover in this episode because we talked a little bit about it in a previous episode is food. When you eat too much, let's say sugar, when you don't have a quality diet, it will lead your body to feeling tired and it will lead you to want to eat more. It's a vicious cycle, we know. But that I'm not going to go into details into that. The other thing I'm not going to go into details about because I covered that is the action, the list, the to-do lists, and the action-oriented stress factor. I covered it in a previous episode about stress and in my free masterclass called Dissolve Your Stress and Use It to Create the Life You Want. You can access it on my website. You can access it for free under singleanddoingitall.com/free, amongst other free stuff. So what we're going to talk about today, as I mentioned, is the mental and the energy side. Before we go there, let me ask you, let's bring some awareness in your body. Let's bring you back into your body. Are you exhausted? Do you hear yourself saying or thinking one or several of the things that I'm going to mention now that I've heard so many times from myself in my own thinking and from my clients? I don't know how I'm going to last the entire day. I wake up tired. I can't go on. I'm too tired. And by the way, if you feel physically and mentally exhausted, thinking that you don't have what it takes to be a single mom or anything you want to be, and it's something that's very, very recurring in your thoughts, or things like, I would just want to go to sleep, or I would want to disappear, you may be spiraling into depression without realizing it, which happened to me in the past. If you know my story, that's what inspired me to want to help you, single moms and moms, because I got to a point where I just wanted to disappear. I didn't want to kill myself, of course, but I just wanted to disappear. It was too much for me. I was overwhelmed by the weight of my responsibilities. So if that's you, I invite you to contact me and let's talk. Book from my website, singleanddoingitall.com, a free, no pressure at all call. I'm not there to sell you anything. I don't do that anyway. I feel that I'm divinely guided and divinely matched with the people that I can help, and all my pleasure and my sense of pride and accomplishment is derived from seeing the person that I have in front of me shifting in front of my eyes. So I never push. You know when you're ready. And what we do in those calls is I will give you clarity about your situation. I will give you some kind of pointing out what the problem is. And then if you're willing to continue, then I give you options to work with me, either one-on-one or on a group. Another thing that you may be repeating over and over in your mind is something like, so many things to do, so little time. I don't have enough strength to do everything I have to do. Or I'm exhausted. I'm completely depleted. I barely have enough energy to go through the motions of the day. So all those thoughts that you have, those things that you're telling yourself, they can trigger even more stress and more tiredness in your body. They can bring you to even more a more exhausted state, because as you know, thoughts have an impact on our body. They generate emotions, and emotions generate biochemicals. And when it's stress, it can make you even more tired. The other thing that it does is it's impacting your energy, and we're going to talk about energy in a little bit. So as far as all those things that you may be thinking about your day, your life, your role in your life, about yourself, your state of the state that you are on a body energy level, not energy, but your the strength and the stamina that you have. All those things you have to become conscious about them to be able to change them. So, and consciousness, awareness starts with deciding that you want to become more aware. Your brain is an amazing machine, and when you give it a target, it's gonna go for it. So start deciding right now that you want to become more aware of the thoughts that bring you toward exhaustion, toward tiredness, toward unhappiness. And you will see you will become more aware. And then the way to intervene on that, you may have listened to one of my episodes. I can't remember if I made an episode about that or if that's a speech that I gave. But anyway, doing something that I call the ADD method. And that's a name that I gave to that method of intervention because, as you know, my son is ADHD, and ADD, ADHD is very close to each other. It's about a lack of focus. You go from one thought to another. In that case, it's a good thing. So it's an acronym that goes very well with what it means in general, because in that case, you want to be ADD when you have thoughts like that. And the acronym stands for awareness. So we just talked about awareness, becoming aware of those thoughts that don't serve you or your body. Then discarding the thought or deciding to let it go in the moment. And the last D stands for discarding. Defining. Defining or deciding what you want your life to be, because as you know, your reality starts in your thoughts. So you can define the kind of life and experience and reality that you want to have with your thoughts, because they will make you feel a certain way. And you will start either taking action or not, changing the way you do life. And since we're going to talk about energy, they will make you feel an emotion, and the emotion will put you at a floor on the energy elevator. As I always explain, you can stop at the floor of exhaustion, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, or you can stop on the floor of I'm peaceful, I'm more rested, I'm getting there, there is hope, I'm resourceful, I'll find a solution or solutions, life is on my side. That's a totally different vibration. So the way you think will affect your vibration. And the way what you think, that means what you hear from yourself, will affect your vibration, which will determine which kind of floor you're going to stop at and which kind of situations, opportunities, people you're going to be matched with. And the people who are currently in your life, who are maybe adding to your exhaustion by what you can hear in terms of negative information or negative thoughts, the people that will bring you down, the medias, maybe the news that is always very, very negative, all those things will bring you lower in your vibration. And sometimes, especially if you are an empath, somebody who actually absorbs other people's emotion. So not only you have your thoughts that bring you down energetically all day long because you say, I'm so tired, I'm so exhausted, I can't wait for Friday, I can't wait for tonight, I have so much on my back. And on the other side, you have people who are going to bond with you and your problem, because that's what is very, very present in our society. We're taught to bond over difficulties and challenges. So that will add to your plate. And all the other things that you see everywhere you go, like, I don't know when you're listening to that, but we currently are under the threat of the coronavirus in the US, and frankly, I think it's all over the world. all those things that you hear and hear and hear, and people who talk about that and the media, and it affects your vibration, which is why it is crucial to have an how do you call it, an energy hygiene practice. Because if you drag all this low vibration all day long, it's going to have a result in your life. And you're going to feel tired. You're going to feel it's going to deplete you. So one thing you need to do is to clear your energy field on a regular basis. I do that myself at least 2 to 3 times a week with a visualization. And you can just imagine your energy field like a big bubble around you and your energy inside of your body, and seeing either a shower of energy clearing all the negative and lower vibration energies that shouldn't be there. If you want to do that in a more guided way, I have the chakra clearing meditation in my free Back to Peace Back to Peace kit for moms on my website. Same page as the stress class. It's under singleanddoingitall.com/free. And you can go and grab it there. There are 2 other parts to that kit. One is recovering emotionally, or recentering yourself after an argument. And the other one is a visualization, which I forget what it was for. It will come back to me, but that's a visualization, a meditation, and the chakra clearing. So that's free for you. And really, really get into the habit of clearing your energy every day. And the last thing I want to mention regarding exhaustion, tiredness, feeling depleted, and energy is when we carry either our to-do list in our head instead of putting it on paper, and that I explained it in the stress class, or when we have stuff, sometimes you think you have a problem, let's say with a sister-in-law, and this is in one of the corner of your head. Then you have the problem with the kitchen that you would like to improve, or you have the problem with that annoying person at work, or the 20 pounds or 30 pounds that you would like to lose one day. A problem with your kid who's ditching school. And as you go through your day and you don't work with those things to evacuate them, you become, I call that energy octopusing, because it's like an octopus. You have energy arms everywhere. One managing your sister-in-law, one managing the kilos in France, because that's my reference, the pounds that you have to lose, one managing what am I going to do about my son ditching school, which is one of mine, one managing that person at work, and soon enough, you're leaking your energy through those arms. A portion of your energy is dedicated to managing those items. So what you want to do, and same thing regularly, when I feel really ungrounded and when I feel really tired, and I do that several times a day, you imagine that you unhook your arms and you bring them back to you to have this energy available to you. Every person, of course, to start with me, but even all the clients that do that exercise with me and I'm guiding them, they all say the same thing. They feel stronger, they feel more centered, they feel more powerful, all of them. Even the people that are not necessarily very sensitive to energy. So that's a thing that I'm putting in my membership, by the way, if you want to experience that in a guided way. You can find that on the website too. I know I'm giving you a lot of resources today, but I felt so tired last week, and that's because I haven't been, I forgot to clear my energy. I didn't eat properly because we had a lot of events, and I just didn't do what I was supposed to do. So, of course, my energy is affected. I went to places also where there were a lot of people, since I tend to absorb energy when I go to malls and places, if I don't clear, I'm affected. And maybe you're like that too. So I hope it helps. Don't hesitate if you need a question answered or if you need to talk to me, you can always book a call on my website. You can always put a comment below that episode with a question, a comment, a suggestion for a topic, for a show. Your problems are my problems. I mean, we're single moms. And even if you're not a single mom, because I have moms who are not single listening to the show, you have a problem you need help with, just shoot me an email or put a comment, depending if you want to be more private or what. And I'll do my best to address it. So until I see you next week, have a wonderful, wonderful week full of beautiful energy.